Hello everyone, JH Medium here. We are in the capital of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Selamat datang. Welcome to my Southeast Asia travel series. For the next 3 videos, we are in Malaysia. This is the first country on our world trip that both Rika and I have not been to. In this video, we will visit KL's exquisite mosques, have a durian feast, try countless different nasi lemaks, and so much more. But first, we are at KLCC to see the former tallest building in Malaysia and the world, the Petronas Twin Towers. As a Formula 1 fan, the name Petronas is not foreign to me. The base of the building is an 8-pointed star, which is an important Islamic symbol also used in many mosques and flags. The KLCC Park is a great place to relax under the shade, but it's still a bit too hot, so we have to go indoors for our first taste of Malaysia. We ordered a nasi lemak with chicken curry and a laksa. Both were absolutely delicious. For those who don't know, nasi lemak is considered the national dish of Malaysia. It is a coconut rice dish, typically served with sambal sauce, anchovies, peanuts, egg, and a choice of protein. Madam Kwan's nasi lemak is a great start. On this trip, we will try multiple different variations of nasi lemak. Keep watching to see which one is my favorite. After some shopping in KLCC, it is already nighttime. And in typical Malaysia weather, the rain is pouring down. In KL, there's only rainy season and very rainy season. But somehow, the Twin Towers look even more stunning in the rain. As the weather calmed down a little, it's time for dinner. On the way, we were greeted with KL's rush hour. I've never seen this many people in the subway before, not even in China. So immediately, we decided to walk instead. We are at the Jalan Alor food street, but as we walk through the market, there is just too much touting.
So we walked to the very end and we found this nice Ramly burger stall. Apparently it's one of the most impressive street foods in Malaysia. Time for us to try it as well. Look at that. There is so much cheese, so much sauce inside. Probably more fat than normal American burgers. We got 1 beef burger and 1 chicken burger. Cheers. Bite. You really can't have this all the time because it's so rich, but I do get what all the hype is about. It's surprisingly delicious. You can see there are 2 beef patties surrounded by lots of cheese and egg. As good as it is, I do think if you reduce the sauce by like 50%, it'll be much easier to eat. You're gonna make a mess no matter what.
Day 2 in KL, and it's time for a city walk, or at least we will attempt to in this heat. Merdeka Square and the Sultan Abdul Samad building are icons of KL. Behind it, you can see the Merdeka 118, which is the new tallest building in Malaysia and the 2nd tallest in the world. It will officially open later this year. Our city walk lasted approximately 30 minutes before we started melting.
It's so hot.
So let's move on to lunch.
For lunch today, we're gonna have some bak kut teh,
which is a pork herbal soup. So you might be thinking, why is a pork soup dish famous in a predominantly Muslim country? Well, bak kut teh Zhou Cha was brought to Malaysia by Chinese immigrants.
To start off our meal, we got some drinks. I got some soy milk and Rika got some
Sup Chai Mo Gan, typical Cantonese tea.
Just like every restaurant in Guangdong, they even have a hot bowl of water here to wash your utensils with. The food is finally here. I am so excited to have this. First, we gotta try the broth because that's the most important part of any bak kut teh.
It has a very strong herbal medicinal taste, but the rich pork flavor makes the whole soup very soothing.
Look at that piece of pork bone dripping with juice. It really is fall off the bone tender. This shop closes at 2 p.m. every day, but at 1 p.m. it's already all sold out and they stop taking customers. That's how popular it is. What a great bak kut teh meal. It's not that far out from KLCC, so if you do eat pork, I highly recommend trying this.
With our bellies full, we have energy to explore again. Next stop, Central Market.
At first, I thought this would be a food market, but it turns out it's a market for arts and crafts and souvenirs. We found this super nice shop with all these cute postcards. So now, of course, it's time to go send these postcards to my friends all around the world.
For dinner today, we're at Petaling Street for some laksa. This is Assam laksa with a sweet and sour fish-based soup. Okay, this is not my dish, but it's still worth a try. I think I'm gonna stick to the curry coconut laksa. Don't be fooled by the unappealing shop. Usually it's these that have the best food. When people talk about KL, they usually refer to the whole Greater Kuala Lumpur Klang Valley region, including Selangor and the place we are headed to today.
Today we're taking the train to Putrajaya.
Putrajaya is home to many of Malaysia's government administrative offices, but today we are here to see the Putra Mosque.
This will be our first time actually entering a mosque.
Of course, learning about a country's religion is one of the most important aspects when traveling to a new place, and Islam is definitely my least familiar of the major religions.
As this was our first time visiting a mosque, a really nice volunteer came over and told us lots of things that we didn't know about Islam. All mosques are built into the direction of Mecca. So right now, since we're in Malaysia, it's pointed towards the west. And also inside mosques, unlike churches or temples, you do not see a figure of God.
Obviously, I'm not an expert here, but if you visit the Putra Mosque, there will be volunteers who are very enthusiastic to share more information with you. Back in KLCC, it's time to eat again. But today, instead of having street food, we're gonna have this instead. McDonald's Nasi Lemak Ayam Goreng. Fried chicken with coconut rice. I cannot think of a better combo.
We're gonna add the sambal sauce to this fried chicken nasi lemak. Tear off some of the fried chicken so I can eat it with the rice.
It's a little bit spicy, but so fragrant. Think of it as a curry marinated fried chicken.
Malaysia is good at making fried chicken, I think.
We love the McDonald's version so much, so now we are curious what the KFC one is like. Unfortunately, it's a little bit disappointing.
Good morning again from Klang Valley, and today we are at the Batu Caves. The taxi driver told us to be careful of the monkeys. They might steal our phone away from us. So immediately, even before this trip starts, we're already a little bit nervous. And look at that, there's so many pigeons here. I've never seen this many pigeons in one place at the same time. I think the pigeons might scare me more than the monkeys. Now it's time to go hike up all those steps. You can already see monkeys up there climbing on the architecture. We have to try and avoid all the monkeys while going up.
Take care of your camera.
Okay, here we go. Seems like most of these monkeys are just minding their own business. But when one creeps up to you, it's still a little bit frightening. We've made it to the top of the steps. And this is actually one of the most important Hindu shrines outside of India. It's actually dripping water everywhere inside this cave. It feels like it's raining indoors, which is really strange. Okay, we made it back down already.
We survived Batu Caves.
Luckily, the monkey didn't attack us.
They look aggressive, but actually they are not. They won't attack people.
However, the same cannot be said for the pigeons. 1 or 2 hours is enough to explore Batu Caves. And now we're gonna take the train back to the city.
We're back near Chinatown, and for lunch today, we're gonna have this Hainan Kopitiam, which apparently has been here since 1956.
They say sometimes during the weekend you have to line up for 1 hour. Today we waited for around 10 minutes. The must-order dish here is kaya toast. Sweet, buttery, crispy. Have to go in for a second bite. Also, you have to try their signature cham drink, which has coffee, tea, condensed milk, evaporated milk, and sugar inside. We got one hot and one cold. This mixture is better than coffee and tea by themselves. We also got curry chicken noodles and chicken hefen.
These are chicken noodles, but I think the shrimp taste is even stronger than the chicken taste.
To be honest, not a fan. It's not bad, but just not what I was expecting either. Now let's try the curry noodles. The curry sauce coats the noodles so well, but I think this will be better with rice.
Well, I think the best thing there was definitely the kaya toast, and the cham drink was also very interesting. The two noodle dishes were, I guess, above average, but nothing way too special. But I still think it's worth checking out.
While in the area, we're also checking out Kwai Chai Hong. This little block has many murals showcasing the daily life of KL Chinatown in the 60s.
This reminds me, I probably need to get a haircut soon. So today we are in Petaling Jaya, and we're gonna go try one of the most well-known nasi lemak shops in Kuala Lumpur. This is probably our third or maybe even fourth nasi lemaks we had already.
We are here at Village Park Restaurant. We ordered a beef nasi lemak and their famous nasi lemak ayam goreng. Let's start with the beef. It falls apart in your mouth, but that's all I'm gonna say because it's completely overshadowed by the incredible ayam goreng. Look at all these crispy bits on top. They're actually pieces of batter fallen off during frying, and they collected to put it back on top for extra crispiness. I wish you could hear that crunch, but it's too loud in here to record audio. This is my favorite nasi lemak dish on this trip. Today's trip to Petaling Jaya is worth it just to try the nasi lemak, but we have a couple more things to explore. After lunch, we are here at Rika's new favorite stationery store called Stickerific. Even I find some of the products here very interesting, especially the postcards. So if you're a fan of stationery, this is a great place to shop at. Now it's time to go have another Malaysian specialty.
Another must-try thing in Malaysia is, of course, durian. I'm not a big durian eater, but Rika really likes durian. Let's see if it's worth it or not, because this is probably the most expensive meal we'll have in Kuala Lumpur. And this one over here is called the XO durian. It's so soft, so mushy, and it's actually really fragrant. I don't think it's smelly at all.
No, it's not that strong.
3, 2, 1. There really is a little bit of that alcohol taste to it. I think even a little bit of that chocolatey taste. I get why they call it the XO. Not bad at all.
How can durian be bad? It's the most delicious fruit in the world.
Now it's a party. We got my favorite fruit, coconut, and Rika's favorite fruit, durian. We're at our final piece. No more. Cheers.
Yes. I'm pretty satisfied.
For our last morning in KL, we're here to have breakfast at Oriental Kopi. Somehow the line at 9 a.m. is more than 30 minutes long, but it's definitely worth it. We got a chicken mee sian and a curry laksa. Both were top-notch. Malaysian food never disappoints. But probably the craziest thing is this pineapple bun. Look at these two giant knobs of butter. I'm honestly kinda scared to eat it. Yeah, it's delicious, but I definitely need to hit the gym later. We also have to get their famous egg tarts to go. Apparently, they have the record for the most egg tarts sold in a day. For our final stop in Kuala Lumpur, we are here at the Federal Territory Mosque. and we really saved the best for last. To enter the mosque, you have to go on a guided tour, but it's completely free, and our tour guide Elena was terrific. The dome design of this mosque is strongly influenced by the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. And I've gotta say, this is the most stunning architecture I've seen on this trip. This mosque is also one of the very few places non-Muslims can actually observe a prayer session. Just be sure to stay in the visitor area and keep quiet.
And that is it for our trip in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
We were actually in KL for around 2 weeks, but of course we didn't explore like a tourist every single day. Between the more touristy activities shown in this video and the other daily activities, Kuala Lumpur immediately felt like home. I guess for me, KL is foreign yet familiar. In some ways, it feels like any other big city in Asia, convenient, vibrant, and modern. But of course, culturally speaking, for me, many aspects were completely new and refreshing. And there's so much other delicious food that I did not cover in this video. Kuala Lumpur is probably one of the more underrated big cities in Asia. Many people use KL as a transfer point to see the rest of Malaysia, but I think this city itself still has its own charm.
Next up, we're gonna go to Malacca and Penang. So be sure to subscribe to JH Medium for more Malaysia travel videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.